What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boy oh boy, Arca Raiders, when it comes down to their advertisements, well, marketing, it's been really popping off recently. They have been going to town. They've been showcasing a lot of different stuff going on within the game. I have like 2-3 separate videos I want to put together for Arca Raiders, so we are absolutely eating when it comes to this game and stuff to go ahead and discuss. But today, I want to actually showcase to you guys something pretty hilarious. Honestly, kind of showcasing how a lot of companies are already a little fearful of Arca Raiders, and rightfully so, because these developers are nothing to go ahead and play around with. They are the real deal. They are like optimization wizards, and they are coming to dethrone a lot of top dogs who have been getting a little lazy over these past couple of years. I'd even say a handful of years, so it's going to be quite an interesting time. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before going dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. Post twice here, once at 8 a.m. and a second time at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And also, if you guys want to catch any of my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch starting at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I think I'll probably have some streams starting a little bit earlier since Battlefield 6 has, obviously dropped today. So if you guys are interested in any of that content, by all means, you can find a link to my Twitch channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, to start off this video, I wanted to go ahead and showcase this to you guys because I thought it was absolutely hilarious. For those who don't know, basically every single game out there that is coming out, Call of Duty, Battlefield, everybody is censoring the name Arca Raiders in their chats. Now, I have no clue if it's something to do with Arca Raiders. Maybe it has something to do with Raiders. And who the heck knows? Honestly, there's nothing controversial about the name whatsoever, so I have no clue why it's censored. But if you were to go into any of the live streams for either Call of Duty or Battlefield, or go into the game and even try to type anything in, it will completely censor out the name Arca Raiders. Now, this is absolutely hilarious, and honestly, this is the best type of advertisement that you could possibly have for your game. Whenever it's some type of negative press around something of this matter, but it's from different development team, not negative press, because the game is bad, but negative press from other teams trying to, censor it down and, try to push things away. I guess I shouldn't say negative press. I should say whenever something gets censored, it brings a lot more attention to the overall topic. Let's be real here. A lot more people start opening up their eyes and witnessing what is actually going on. And with Arca Raiders getting censored up, it is opening up a lot of eyes. I've heard from a lot of players who said they had no clue what Arca Raiders was, or didn't even have any drive to even look up Arca Raiders until they started seeing all these companies censoring the name. And that drew them into the game a little bit more and actually encouraged them to look up gameplay and see what the game is all about. And now they're hooked. Now they actually want to play Arca Raiders. I gotta be real, whether this is intentional or not, it's only bringing positive hype to the overall game, and that is absolutely beautiful. But I wanted to showcase this because I thought it was hilarious, because the Arca Raiders team actually made a little meme out of this saying, we're still on track to release Arca Raiders, but all in stars, obviously, because, their name is censored. They can't, say it out loud on October 30th. I just love the humor from this team. It makes me extraordinarily happy to see them come out like this and just, put something funny out for the overall community and see it blast off in such a way with 17,000 likes on this overall post. It's funny because this game doesn't have too much wild marketing, but with the marketing that they have, it's been pretty impressive. And I'll be real, it seems like Embark is a team that would much rather prioritize their money within making sure the game functions and works over marketing itself. And I'll be real, I think that is going to pay off in the long run a lot better for them, guys. I actually have a little bit of some video footage to showcase to you all. I'm actually just going to shut the heck up and play it for you all because it was very impressive what I went ahead and witnessed here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and start off by saying that first and foremost, Arca Raiders, basically from what I hear, can run off of hardware that is still 10 years old. And this game will run smooth as butter still. I'm telling you, man, the team at Embark is so freaking phenomenal when it comes down to freaking optimization. As I stated in the beginning of this video, they are optimization wizards, and they live up to that definition. They are absolutely insane, even when it comes down to the freaking finals, ladies and gentlemen. Do you see the destruction that is in the finals? Now, of course, I understand, the player count is tuned down a bit so it actually works and functions, but who cares, okay? The destruction in that game is absolutely mind-boggling. And all of the stuff going on top of the destruction, the explosions, the abilities, the gunshots, the deaths, there's so much going on top of the destruction, and the performance is still so stupidly crispy. Now, I don't think the finals launched in such a state, and they need a little time to be optimized, but I'm telling you, these devs are no joke. They know how to cook, and it's absolutely no difference when it comes to Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is a massive game, a massive world, and has tons of different elements in play, whether it's PvP or even dealing with these massive AI bots. It's going to be hard to optimize something of this sort in a PvP environment, on top of, again, PvPvE. And somehow, some way, they find a way to do it. The fact that 10-year-old hardware works perfectly fine on Arc Raiders is mental, because a lot of people have to upgrade their stuff just to play things like Battlefield or Black Ops 7. And let's be honest, Call of Duty games should be the simplest of games to run, but they're not. It just really shows how little work they put in on optimization. And again, I'm not blaming the devs. It might just be because of Activision forcing out these games very quickly. That might be the main problem. But regardless, it's kind of embarrassing that a game that's pretty small when it comes to size and scale gets such horrible performance, and people have to upgrade constantly to play. And then you have a game that looks as good as Arc Raiders and has as much crap going on as Arc Raiders. And you don't need the top-notch quality equipment in order to run this thing. Very impressive Embark, and again, I think this is going to be huge because this will definitely allow a lot of people to enter into your game and actually play it, especially those who don't have the budget to dump out thousands just to go ahead and upgrade their rig for a singular game. This is going to be absolutely huge. And on top of that, when you saw the actual footage that they put out there, DLSS is going to give you such a massive freaking frame boost. Now, I want to make it very clear, I don't know the hardware that they were running on when they showcased the FPS boost, but still, averaging out 100 plus frames and then seeing it skyrocket to 400 plus frames, around like 350 on average, depending on the area that you're actually in. That is mental. And again, that is how it's supposed to work. Nowadays, developers build their games off of relying on DLSS to be turned on, which is stupid because it's lazy. The whole purpose of that feature is indeed, like they showcased, to give you an FPS boost. That's it. That's all it's really made for. Not to be heavily relied on, in every game that you open up, you have to turn on this feature, because if you don't, you're not going to get proper frames. That's not how it's supposed to work. But again, devs have been working off of this, and it's allowed them to become lazy. They don't want to optimize their experience because they have other alternatives that are, kind of built into these games that will help out in the long run, making their jobs a bit easier on their end. But Embark isn't about that. They're hard workers. They put in the effort. They're making sure the game is optimized, it runs, it works. And then, of course, if you want to boost on the side, go ahead and turn on this feature. But is it mandatory? Do you have to run this in order to actually play the game? No. And that is how I know Embark is coming in swinging. And that's also why I know a lot of people in this industry are probably a bit worried about, Arc Raiders coming on through here. Yes, this game might not have any marketing going on right now. They're keeping everything very on the low. But holy cow, I'm telling you, when it comes out and people can actually play it, see it, witness what it's actually all about, and the performance that comes along with it, they're going to be completely blown away, and I promise you, the sales are going to skyrocket. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I just wanted to showcase to you all the drama that's going on with the censorship of Arc Raiders, the name itself, and also how much work they're putting into optimization. I do have a couple more topics to discuss with the Arc Raiders, unless, the devs keep pushing out more content, then there's going to be a lot of topics that I have to discuss. So definitely make sure you guys subscribe and hit that bell, because I'm going to post a ton about this game, a ton about Battlefield 6. Maybe I'll even dabble in some Black Ops 7, since obviously they're removing skill-based matchmaking and also, non-disbanding lobbies, reducing AA. It's a lot of good things going on right now. So, of course, if you guys want to stay up to date with all things FPS, third-person shooter, or even shooter, I discuss Skate on this channel too. So, if you guys like any of this content, any of these commentaries, subscribe and hit that bell so you can stay notified. And guys, don't forget, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch. And actually, instead of Monday through Saturday, a lot of these Sundays I'm going to be streaming as well because, again, as you guys already know, Battlefield 6 dropped today, so I'm going to be streaming that a ton this weekend. And also, I believe the Arc Raiders playtest is next week, so next weekend is going to be a pretty beefy one, and again, I'll probably stream on Sunday just for that game as well. So guys, make sure you guys go ahead and follow me over on Twitch. I have a link to that channel down in the description of this video. We're going to be playing a whole lot of games, and if you guys are interested, as I stated, in any of this content, or just variety in general, make sure you follow on up. You get to catch me live whenever you feel like it, and also, you know, I'm very active in the chat there too, so if you just want to chat it up with me in general, that's the perfect way to do so. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you guys for tuning into this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.